Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review slash preview overview of Shift #1. This is a new comic book, a one-shot from Image Comics. Let's take a look at the creative team here before we talk about what's going on in this one-shot. So this one-shot is written by Kyle Higgins with art by Daniele DeNicuolo, Francesco Mana, and Danilo Beirut, Geraldo Borges, Chris Evehues, and we also have colors by Walter Biamonte, Marcelo Costa, Mark Englert, Jean Wagers, and letters by Becca Carey and Diego Sanchez. Cover art by Igor Monti. And of course, this is all from the Radiant Black universe created by Kyle Higgins and Marcelo Costa. And then Shift created by Kyle Higgins and Daniele DiNicuolo. So, what is this book all about? This extra-length one-shot contains the first 4 8-page Shift stories originally released in the Image anthology books. So Shift had 4 different stories, but we're also getting a brand new 5-page story by Shift creators Kyle Higgins and Daniele DiNicuolo ahead of Shift's appearance in the Radiant Black The Catalyst War. So this character was introduced in the anthology. And you get to reread that if you haven't read it, because it's not all collected in one spot. This is what you want to do. This is where you want to be, especially if you're trying to get ready for the Catalyst War that is upcoming in the Radiant Black book and the universe. In this issue, Shift is tangled with Radiant Black and fought alongside the Dead Lucky. But who's the man in the suit, and how did he assemble his team of contractors? So Shift is very interesting because it's kind of a manufactured persona, right? So it's really different from the Radiant Black characters. I like that the more that Higgins and the team expand on this universe, the more that they find these interesting ways to kind of bring in new characters. Of course, they look really cool. We have just fantastic artists that have a very distinct style, very stylized, very much big, bright, bombastic colors and sequences. You'll see some in a minute. But yeah, this is really cool. Now, I will say this issue, because we are being introduced to a lot of this stuff, there's a lot of conversations, there's a lot of narrative, there's a lot of people talking. You'll see a lot of speech bubbles here as we try to get a little bit of exposition. But then once that's all kind of out of the way, I feel like the book's pacing really picks up into our first encounter, maybe with Shift and Radiant Black. So let's take a look at some of those preview pages now. Now, as I mentioned, some of this stuff has already been out, available to read, but here's your either way to refresh yourself on the story, or maybe visit it for the first time in a collected edition. So yeah, very cool stuff. And as I mentioned here, you can see there's a lot of conversation, there's a lot of talking, there's a lot of things, but you get to learn a lot about Shift as well here. And then I picked a few more really interesting pages. Here we see Radiant Black. We see the battery charging up. I love that kind of ticking clock for the pacing as things are starting to heat up. And then I love the pages here with the glitch effects. I think that looks super cool, especially if you think about Shift and his dynamic and his mechanics and how the Shift suit and the Shift technology works. I think it just makes a lot of sense to have those computer glitches as part of the art. So yeah, this one's a fun one. This one's really cool. If you're interested in the Radiant Black universe, Shift is another way for you to kind of come in and then go into this Catalyst War. The books are they're very accessible, and the series is still young enough where, within 4 volumes, I think, maybe 5, you can get caught up with speed, and then you can expand on the universe as much as you want. There's a lot of peripheral characters that have their own series that are connected to Radiant Black in tangential ways. So very cool. Like, it's really cool. I'm really enjoying what Kyle Higgins and the team is doing here. So make sure to pick this up if you're interested in the Radiant Black universe and to see where it goes next. So if you have read this book, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.